Okay. Can we're live.
We're live, just barely behind on the clock.
Right. Because you took fucking too long and we're, almost 4 minutes now on the dot over.
My bad. Your fault.
Yeah, for hiring you.
Yep.
But, these things happen. I don't know. Background, yay, nay? No?
It works.
Go back to the black?
It works.
Okay, I wasn't sure how it looks here.
It doesn't, the background right now, I don't like it.
Okay, yeah, we're here and it doesn't work for the public.
It doesn't work for the public.
Yeah, there we go. So, well, we're live with the first episode of the Zac Yak Pac. I'm your host, I guess now, officially, for a new show. And I'm, Zach. And with me, I have our co-host, other Zach. I should probably change some of these. We're not going live soon. We are live. We're just sucking at it now. You'd think this is my first fucking day. You would think this is my first day.
It is, though.
Right. You would think this is my first day with all this software, but...
Oh, my God. Where do we begin?
No. I mean, literally, okay, so first of all, it will always be common that we start the show a little early so you guys have time to follow the link. But I did figure out how to pre-schedule these shows so it's ready, everything's ready so I can type everything out ahead of time. I'm not just last-minuting it. So we have that for us at least. Follow us on Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza, or follow me on Instagram. And that needs to change too. MP Jags, because it's no longer of the Nick and Zac Show. I mean, this show still exists, but while I edit this, make sure to get your Batacath care, register, please.
Screwing on a shot of the pressure.
You're finally getting it down. I'm a little.
That's
impressed.
the reason why we are a little bit behind. Truing on a shot of the pressure.
It would, in fact, be exactly why. But my wife is getting her Batacath care. She got an email about it the other day. They're trying to secretly convince you that it's called Biden care, but we all know, just like Obamacare, it's not actually Obamacare. It's actually the Affordable Care Plan.
Yeah, for individuals, not for families.
Right.
Let's be clear on that one.
So it's Biden care, but we're all going to call it Batacath care. Don't you worry. We'll remember. Oh, we got comments.
Yeah, we
kind of deserve all of you in the snowbank. Well, I mean, as long as you get good interest off of it, that's fine.
Wait a minute. Does she mean she's going to throw the two of us, or she's going to throw all of my 300-pound ass in a snowbank?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Garbage content show, but good question. Garbage content because you're not doing a good job keeping this going. You can take and go, oh, hey, you finally got a fucking haircut just in time for a new show. Nothing.
I mean, is that a new haircut?
Yeah, as of today, actually. It's just I've had the exact same haircut for, almost 2 decades at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you gotta stop thinking. I'm knocking into my mid-30s area, right? We're not gonna throw out exact ages, because it makes you feel old. But the thing being, I joined the army at 17, whereas like you joined the army at damn near 20.
At 20, yeah.
Yeah. So for me, like literally, when I hit age 37, it's been 20 years.
Yep, exactly.
So, yeah, I've had literally the same haircut for almost 20 years now, if that makes you feel any better.
So now with the new show, what is the new format?
New format. I mean, there's not really a new format. We've been running the show this way for how long? Like, are we going to change it up? I don't really see a purpose. As we develop technology-wise and things like that, studio-wise, things will improve. With the plans in about 2 years, we'll have a studio in one location as long as things go right. As soon as we start selling merchandise and things like that for the show in general, under the guise of Jaggers Juxtaplooza as well. So it'll be the Zac Yak Pac, Jaggers Juxtaplooza, however the fuck it works.
Yeah.
and start doing that. Probably, hopefully, be able to start a Patreon soon. But you got to give people something with that too, because they donate money expecting a little something in return. So we got to figure out what that would be, so we can go that route. And
Hockey
hopefully
pucks.
be able. We could do hockey pucks. That's a story for in a minute. You asked me a question.
I'm on point tonight. I'm on point.
We can sell little yaks.
I'm actually on point tonight.
I am noticing. It's because
we could actually, with it being Yak Pac, we could take airline doggy bags and put a logo on them.
No, actually, our social media manager is already on top of things and is already stating that we need to make plush yaks with the name Zac on it.
Beanie Babies?
Plush, whatever. Everybody sells plushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yaks are best. Okay? Yaks best everything.
Oh, we could take the yak, cross that out, and put a Z above it.
We could. We could make shirts.
Yes.
We could make shirts.
We're coming up with all sorts of merchandise ideas now.
Oh, yeah.
This.
And I'm all for it because the trick is getting it produced and then having it affordable because you got to order so much and then sell it. It gets complicated. It really does.
I guess in all reality, considering that I was up at the same time as I was last Saturday, I need to keep my Saturdays busy so that way my mind's like on super overdrive when I come into this.
Right. But anyway, so we need to get to that point. Hopefully that'll help fund our studio so we can sit in one location, a living room, like talk show style setup. That's what I'd like to have, where we don't have microphones sitting in front of our face or anything. You literally just have like the little lapel mic or whatever.
Yeah, being just the opposite of the view.
Right.
Man, why am I on fire with these tonight? What the hell is wrong with me? What the fuck?
Well, I like how you completely, because you're getting so like pat yourself on the back, you're missing any sway back I have for any of it.
No, you're good. You're good. No,
what I say in response to your like the view, but
yeah.
Did you even hear what I said?
Yeah, but you wound up going like that.
No, I said no. Yeah, but watchable.
Yeah, watchable. Exactly.
Yeah. Then,
exactly. It definitely has to be.
Not a bunch of cows freaking mooing across the table. I'm sorry.
I almost made another comment, but I caught myself.
Is that not appropriate? I mean, they're literally what they're doing is regurgitating the food again and again, just with words.
So they're kind of acting like a yak?
No.
Because a yak is kind of a cow.
Yeah, but yaks do best.
Yes.
Yaks are best.
They actually have hair, unlike me.
Yeah, Zacs are best. Zacs are best at everything. So
maybe one day I will have hair after December.
You can hope. You can hope, but then you're going to find out you're balder than you realized. No, and so like format wise, I think we're just going to run it the way we had been. I don't really see a need for any drastic change. We're slowly building a following of our own. And I think that's where it's at. We can discuss some things that, we find news-wise, which, I got a kick out of. You shared one. Did you share that with me or did I share it with you? No, I shared it with you. Yeah, this is insane. Like, I bitch about freaking, 10, 11 cent kilowatt hours. They're getting $9 to $50 kilowatt hours in Texas right now. But I saw why. Did you catch why that is though?
Yes. And what it is, and here in my state in Pennsylvania, it's something that could very easily happen because I think this year they're actually finishing it up. What they're doing is putting digital real-time meters on all the houses.
No, that's not what got them. Okay, I understand what you're saying. That's not what got them here.
But that's what leads into what got them there. And what it is the demand pricing. So if when demand is high, you use less, you're not going to get charged as much.
The people that are getting hit with it, though, are not signing up for a fixed rate. They've signed up specifically for what is it, Giddy or whatever, for a flexible rate. And I'm sitting there like, this is no different than getting a balloon payment mortgage. The non-fixed APR. Yeah, you might do real good this year till next year you get hit with a 30% APR.
Exactly.
And you're in the hole. So
exactly. So what they did was pricing by demand. So demand's higher, the price is higher. And these people now, demand is skyrocketed, obviously, down there. The grid has failed. We'll go into that more in a minute because I'm pretty sure I actually sent you the link on that one. No, actually, I didn't. I was looking it up and I failed to send it to you. But we'll go into that one in a minute.
I looked into a lot of why their grid failed, and it makes sense that it's because it's a corporate-driven system that gets around some federal regulation.
It's a corporate-driven system with government regulations that are actually harming them from producing enough as well.
Right. Well, they didn't properly weather treat or anything. They'd be required to do but there's a lot of wasted money because technically they'd have to weather treat every year. Correct me if I'm wrong. Every year, even if there's no predictable higher or severe low temperatures, so they would weather treat unnecessarily.
Yeah.
In which case, it's a waste of money.
Exactly. So I mean, there's the weather treatment that they didn't do, which realistically down there you wouldn't think they need to.
Well, it's like my uncle told me the ice storms down there, like you get ice, but the thing is that ice is at like dark and then come like noon it's gone.
It's gone.
But it turns into a skating rink. So
yeah, exactly. But they're here in Pennsylvania slowly moving towards that same type of deal where you can go ahead and pick how you want to be billed. Do you want to be billed by demand? So if demand's high, you pay a higher rate. If demand's low and you're using more, you're paying a lower rate. So these people are getting screwed at this point because the demand is so high that they're being able to be charged out the ass, literally.
Well, the best part is the giddy kid was telling them, hey, cancel subscription with us. Go sign on with the electric company for the fixed rate. But they literally put a freeze on signing in new people, too, because everybody was trying to sign in. So I can understand why they would do this flexible rate thing. Like, I can see where it can benefit you. I don't know I'd be okay with the flexible rate like that. I'm already angry at our village. Yep. Our village literally had to, during the COVID, take and up the kilowatt hour payment because for at least temporarily, right? Because during COVID, all the factories weren't running, right? They're at the beginning of it, almost a year ago.
Everything shut down.
Days slowed the spread. We all shut down for 14 days. For 14 days. That's all it was going to take. 14 days. Promise. 14. A year later. But that drastically dropped all the power. Well, the village prepays for the power. Yep. So when you have factories at freaking 70% under, 40% under what they typically put out a month, are now completely just not putting power. They've got no bill to pay. Now we, the residents, have to make up for that.
Yeah.
But not at any fucking $17,000 bill like I was seeing on the news.
Or even the one lady, for example, along with that $17,000 bill being the most extreme case so far down there, nearly $20,000 on an electric bill in a couple days.
Yeah.
Look at one other example down there where, it's not as extreme dollar amount, but this woman's barely making ends meet in a 1-bedroom studio apartment. You and I pretty much have lived in studio apartments overseas. There's no room in them. There's no damn room.
Yeah.
She's used to paying $30 a month for her electric. It has more than quadrupled in 3 days how much she's having to pay. Her bill's over $200. That's enough to go ahead and set her back for 3 months.
Well, here's my thing, right? I usually have $200 electric bills or utility bill because there's water figured in, but that's like $30 of it, whatever. Nice. Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I haven't.
I'm just saying.
I have an all-electric house, right? So I'm usually $250, whatever. I don't have gas. I am literally all-electric house. We hit $400 last month just because that's how it works. I mean, so yeah, we're used to all summer even running 2 air conditioners, or 3. We ended up 3 window air conditioners in the end. So running 3 window air conditioners in the house, we were running $250, $300 at max, for the hottest point. And then, we'll find out when the bill comes here shortly how much of it was the Christmas lights. I also had a water leak at the same time and everything else. So, where's that line fall there? But,
exactly.
It's one of those, so I mean, drastic, but.
And like, I'm literally waiting for them to go ahead and try and push that type of plan on us, because through the summer months.
Chose it though. That's the thing. People would choose.
Oh yeah, but I mean, look at what Comcast was trying to do that they've actually gone back on with trying to charge people for their internet usage. I mean, come on. At the beginning of COVID, Comcast wound up going ahead and being like, "Oh yeah, we'll get everybody signed up on internet. Just fill out this form. We'll get you into the system to where you can at least use it for your kids if you qualify." Yes, if you qualify. Well, now they're putting a data cap on your internet usage and trying to charge you if you go over it.
Yeah, I never liked Comcast.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what Comcast literally restructured all their plans to be. And if you didn't like it, you were no longer a Comcast customer. Literally, that's what it was going to come out to be.
Comcast got bought out, didn't they? They got bought out by Time Warner.
NBC.
Time Warner. What?
NBC.
Okay. No, I was thinking. I thought Comcast got bought out by somebody else. Who was it who bought out? Who was it we had down?
Ultimately, it's NBC now.
Right, but who was it we had down in Texas that Spectrum ended up buying out because it was Time?
Oh, I don't know what Texas.
Or not Texas. Not Texas. Sorry, we're on Texas. Fort Knox, Kentucky. Who was it we had down there?
Shit, Blue something.
And then they got bought out by Time Warner. Time Warner got bought out by Spectrum, or however it worked.
Yeah, I know it ultimately became Comcast down there on base.
Well, we got, and I thought that's why I thought Comcast, at least down there, got bought out. But yeah, we ended up Time Warner. Shit you not, Spectrum buys out because we have Spectrum up here, right? Spectrum buys out. I have issue from being set up down in Kentucky because they refused to take my equipment, right? I shit you not, refuse to take my equipment. That equipment's old. It's not Time anymore. Whatever. So they won't take the equipment.
Right.
I never see a bill for it. A couple of years later, I end up freaking trying to get hooked up with Time Warner, which is now Spectrum, and they're like, and it was still Time Warner or whatever at the time when I did it. They're like, sorry that happened. Waive your freaking whatever, still left it on my credit score. They just waived. They wanted me to pay that to be hooked up. I was like, I tried to give you the fucking equipment, but you guys said no. How's that my problem?
Exactly.
And now that Spectrum owns them, they're running into issue with the whole old network. They slowly have to replace everything because it never got brought up to par with the change of technology.
Yeah, and I mean, they ran into that problem just over the state line in Maryland. There's a smaller cable provider, Antietam Cable. They actually hold the licenses in the area, so nobody else can really compete with them because FCC licenses are like franchises to restaurants. I'm sorry, I said it. It's true, though. You buy the license, you own the area. So this company, they wound up not having the exact I almost thought you froze up for a second. I see you just barely moving. They wound up running into that problem with the load on the system from COVID starting up, and everybody's internet crapping out and everything. But they're actually the first ones in this area, probably for 400, 500 miles around, that actually put data limits on their internet access, and they did that years ago.
Yeah, you might as well have fucking satellite internet at that point.
But like, what I was saying, where I expect them to go to trying to present a flex spending, a flex plan for billing for electricity here, is basically during the hottest months is when we have an email come out from our providers stating trying to reduce the load on the grid so nobody goes without power. Which now with this stuff in Texas makes more sense. Anyhow, basically turning it into a competition of 100 similar homes and see who uses the least amount of electricity.
Well, they did the same thing. Military post is the worst thing.
Yeah.
They tried that crap there too. So if they're trying that, or you guys are, it's insane because it never worked.
Well, they're doing it statewide.
Yeah, but they never worked on the military post because that was they did that with the electric bill. Oh, you're paying this amount, but if you go over based on your usage, blah blah blah, they were finding out a bunch of homes were wired wrong, and you actually were paying for the neighbors and everything else.
Yeah, that actually happened at Knox too. The townhomes that they had that they were knocking over. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the houses were wired ass backwards, and people were paying the bills of their neighbors. And they're like, I don't understand. Like, I'm doing everything to conserve power, and you're telling me I'm using freaking like 200,000 kilowatt. Like nonsense, obvious nonsense. But
yeah.
They're like, I don't get it. I literally like the house is on fire. We don't have any lights on. We're not cooking. And it turned out their meter was running the neighbor's house because their neighbor was racking out freaking, 10 TVs and freaking, the blaring the music and everything else.
Yep. But citing the Google search that I did earlier this week when everything started to happen in Texas, apparently they actually have the capability with the power plants to have supplied the grid the entire time. Now, that doesn't take away from the actual problems of trees falling on lines, actual problems with equipment. Okay.
The frozen windmills, actually, they don't store power the way that people expect them to, though. So you can't store enough power. So the freezing windmills is a big deal, which just shows we are not ready for green energy yet.
No.
Honestly,
there's a difference between the windmills down there and the windmills up here in our mountains, because the windmills up here in our mountains don't have that problem. And it comes down to basically with the green energy with windmills that nobody realizes how much petroleum products actually in that. A shit ton.
Oh, yeah.
So different grades of oil, everything like that. It depends on the environment, what grade of oil you're going to use.
Texas's problem is they don't have the stuff for the cold weather.
Exactly. They don't have a thin enough oil running in those windmills, so it's causing them to seize up. That's one problem. But I mean, aside from all the actual physical problems that they're having down there, the power plants have the capability to supply the grid, but they were not given authorization by the EPA to ramp up production because of the pollution that it would cause. The EPA set a pollution cap on all the power plants of what they're allowed to do. And, they go up, they ramp up their production to that threshold, and that's it. They have the capability to produce more power, but they're unable to due to regulation.
Right.
So that's a huge factor in what happened down there in Texas. Until these emergency orders came out, the power plants couldn't turn up the juice.
Right.
Now, in the Houston area, from another article that I was reading, apparently the Attorney General in Houston is conducting a special investigation, and this is actually something that I'm curious on, and I wound up bringing it up to you earlier this week on the phone. How many deaths are going to be directly or indirectly due to the power grid failing? They're actually doing a special investigation on that right now in Houston.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that special investigation, because there's three things that they're trying to determine. One, the exact number of deaths directly, indirectly. So saying like you have a medical device that you have to have in order to live, or an oxygen machine, you didn't have enough oxygen tanks because this was not anticipated. And I mean, it's happened to a couple people down there where they ran out of oxygen, they died. Very tragic. I'm not detracting from that at all. But also, who's been dying from hypothermia because they can't keep themselves warm? All that, rolling it all up, trying to identify who's actually responsible, and then to charge the individuals responsible.
Yeah, but you know the solution to that. One is I'm getting echo feedback for some reason, but it is bad care.
There's just too much true ananashafada pressure on the grid.
No. You see, you're using the definition of it wrong. You're trying that the wrong way.
Yes.
Now, through ananashafada pressure, we can solve this problem with the energy grid. That's the way true ananashafada pressure works. It's not the other way around. It's not that it causes the problem; it's the solution to the problem. Because you have to remember, he was trying to say true international something or whatever under pressure. So that's what he was talking. True international, like actually trying to jive the situation. So, no, it's actually the solution to a problem, not the actual cause of a problem. Don't get your definition.
Usually the solution to a problem is the cause of another problem, though.
Well, yeah, that's government, though, so it's fine. You have to accept that as a thing. But not show appropriate side conversations.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's one you're technically aware of because I brought it to your attention earlier.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's smirking and making side comments that literally, yeah. So, anywho's it, because you got your phone there. Don't
be a Nick.
This is the exact words that were sent to or said to me, but in regards to like not me, they were in regards to you. There was a sentence stated to you. Problems, solutions causing problems.
Yeah. I guess. You froze. I thought we were going to get this problem fixed with the new show, damn it. What the hell? Apparently not. Apparently, we still have technical difficulties, probably because his router is routed through Texas or Louisiana, somewhere with ice that ice isn't supposed to be. That is what it is. We have technical difficulties due to the ice in Texas. It's affecting Ohio now. And I was hoping by that point he would already be back up and running. But nope, he's just now getting back on. So, what does everybody think of the new Jaggers Juxtaplooza? And the Zac with an H, Yak Pac. Waiting for him to reconnect. Really interesting how this works. I have absolutely zero control of anything on this broadcast. He has all the controls on his end, and yet his internet craps out, and the show's still live, and here I am. Still talking, still rambling, and no way for anything to end or do anything. And he's back.
There we go.
Cool. Did your Texas connection come back online?
Oh my God. Well, ironically, it was I thought I was starting another live stream at the same time because it wasn't showing your side of it. But I'm having problems with the Wi-Fi connection, even though the computer says you're good, right? This showed me that the internet reception it's actually getting, the actual quality of internet is garbage, which means it's my goddamn router.
Well, I wound up saying your router was connected to some sort of other device down in Texas. So,
It probably is. I would not be surprised. But this is the Zac Yak Pac on the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. It's similar to like the Daily Wire, right? The Daily Wire, you've got the Ben Shapiro show, you've got the Michael Knowles freaking show. Multiple shows under one channel header.
Yeah.
So, it would be, hey, what's everybody thinking of the Zac Yak Pac right now? But, nobody's watching us right now. We had 2 viewers, but you took too damn long to start the show. They even apparently liked it. They popped in long enough to hit like and left. So speaking of, if you've made it this far, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video. If you'd like to see more, it helps with the algorithms, blah, 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 blah. Actually, we love the live chat. We answer things. We're not popular enough to even have to worry about what do they call those? Super chats. We can't even get super chats. So you're good. We pay attention to the actual live chat.
How many people do we have viewing now?
It doesn't tell you on your side?
No, it never has.
It doesn't say live and then like a little eyeball and a number next to it? Oh, nice. 1, by the way. 1.
Oh.
At 35 minutes in. What does your side of the screen even look like? I have no idea.
Okay, that's easy enough. We can do this. That I can do.
What, you're going to share the screen?
Yep.
See, I don't even dare try to share screens at this point. Little.
If it'll actually let me share the entire screen, that'd be great. Nope. Chrome tab. Okay.
Inside the Zac Yak Pac baseball.
Oh, here we go. Now I got it to work. There you go. Now you can see it.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
awesome. Yeah. You've never seen the share the screen thing before, have you? It's really fucking fun. As soon as my wife looks down, she's gonna be like, "The hell did you just do?"
Sorry, I can't.
We set up a mirror behind a mirror behind a mirror.
I told you it's actually pretty good. But yeah, so that's right there next to where it says live on mine as an eyeball and
there's nothing.
Yeah, and a number.
Not a zip, zero, zilch. All right, because that's fucking with my head. I'm gonna hit stop sharing. That was freaky.
It was fun though, right?
Yeah. You were waiting for it.
I watch a lot of the live videos where they do that constantly, and it's like you really need to just figure out how you're doing this. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's more like this would be the more appropriate way, wouldn't it? No,
they'll share it, and it'll do that before it shares what they're actually trying to show. I think they're actually dragging screens around. It doesn't make sense.
Would this be better?
Yeah, that works better. But that's because you're on the...
Whoa, still did it.
Yeah. See? Yeah. I tried to warn you. Yeah, the only difference is mine... because yours doesn't have banners or any of the other stuff along the side either.
No.
So, yeah, mine's got, on the side...
no controls.
On the right-hand side, I've got comments, banners, brand... private chat settings. Next to that is when it opens up, it shows me what banners I have, what brand labels I have, things like that. Something I try showing you off show just because we'll end up boring people, I'm sure. But if we get this going, right? Yeah. Well, if we get this going and you share it with your friends too, yeah, pressure's on you. But do that, then. So
is that your way of saying don't be a Nick?
Oh yeah. I spoke with him the other day. He understood what I was trying to do and did not take it personally. So it's whatever the con.
Muted.
Yeah. See, it makes things easier. but it also, that's your point to segue in. So, but yeah, don't. I mean, just don't. Whatever. Don't do your part. Be no different.
I actually did my part there. That was just
I get we get a studio, and I'm definitely gonna have a stomp pedal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You have that stomp pedal because then, like, if you're clearing your throat or whatever, you just put your foot down and you break that by pressing that pedal. You actually break the line.
Yeah.
And when you break that line, you're able to clear your throat or whatever, and not have that issue. I've got this nice little Logitech push button. So problem is, and you'll hit it and not realize you hit it.
Yeah, like when you lose your internet connection.
Right. And or start the show because you have it muted before you start talking, then realize nobody can fucking hear you. But like, the nice thing is, when I use the push button, you don't see it on the screen telling you that I'm muted. Whereas if I come down here and I actually hit the mute button,
it still doesn't show me.
Oh, hold on. That's because I need to do this. Okay. Then I hit the mute button.
Yeah, it does show the little microphone canceled thing. Yep. Yeah.
I can mute button. But if you mute you, I can't unmute you.
Let's try it.
Yeah. No, so yeah, it's like, muted on your end. You can't unmute your guests because they chose to mute themselves. But I think if I mute you, can you mute yourself? Can you unmute it?
Well, let's find out. Yes, I can.
There, yeah. So, but you can actually, like, I can.
Wow, that makes it really difficult if you have a difficult guest on and you're trying to get rid of them.
No, I have this right here where it's I can kick from the studio or ban from the studio. There's a timeout feature, so you can actually put them in timeout.
Don't do it.
Well, the other thing is,
it makes it more difficult for you.
Right. The other thing is, you can just, like, drop them out of the screen, like remove them from the studio, and then bring them back in later. So, yeah, whatever you do, though, don't be a Nick. Don't be a Nick. So, it definitely been an interesting week. I had a weekend halfway through, and that's where, because couldn't work on Tuesday because of the weather, and then Wednesday I already had vacation day. So that's when I threw together the doing this, the Jaggers Juxtaplooza and the Zac Yak Pac.
And Thursday was my day off because of weather. And then today actually didn't go too bad. I worked the extra day again, as usual. And yeah, I mean, I was actually surprised where I went to just to make sure people have toilet paper.
Right. Well, and like
in and out.
Kids had a cheer competition or whatever as well. Yeah.
And, that's another interesting thing with Texas. I'll go ahead and be the first one to say it publicly. Go buy toilet paper now if you need it.
Well, nobody cares. Go
cares. Buy toilet paper now if you need it.
Well, that's besides the point. No, don't start that. No, we are not going to be the ones that initiated freaking toilet paper apocalypse 2021. No, hell no. No, you're fine. Everybody, it's fine. You got plenty of newspaper. Life will be fine. Moving on. Which kid had the cheer competition today?
Kinley, the baby.
Oh, okay. How do they have 2 cheer competitions in a week?
Yeah, good question. The last one was on Sunday, which was her first one, and I mean, the cutest thing ever.
Right.
Her going out there and then being absolutely shocked at how many people were out there, watching, and she just totally forgot what all she was supposed to do, and just smiling and just
not paying any attention.
Yeah, I mean, she freaked out, with the crowd, and then she tried to get back into it, and she was so off key. It was just ridiculous, but it was so daggone cute.
I need to grab another drink, but I'll need you to segue conversation. But we'll end it with at least with this. And let's get off Texas. Texas is boring. Like they're boring 90% of the time. They're fucking just a bunch of cows. Okay, but
don't forget your toilet paper.
But at least your wife isn't coaching cheer anymore.
Yeah, that's positive. That's a positive that she's not coaching. That takes up too much damn time through the week. Oh my goodness. So while he's getting another drink, I'm not going to disappear to go get myself another drink. I will wait patiently for him to come back. He doesn't want to talk about Texas anymore. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is customer service. And we'll see about how customer service has been lately. Because I'm sure there's an update to come on that. So you had the opportunity to get yourself another drink.
That is absolutely the end of my Jim Beam Devil's Cut. The absolute end of it in this house now.
You're screwed tomorrow.
No, I don't spend a drink on Sundays. We're fine.
Yeah, really?
We get Crown Apple. We still have. So don't worry. Apparently, you don't know how to be patient.
I do know how to be patient. I didn't leave. I said I will be patient. I even said that.
I thought you brought your 2 beers down with you.
I did take 2 down with me. They're gone.
I think you have an alcohol problem.
Well, for once, I'm getting alcohol in my alcohol system. I mean, getting rid of the blood in my alcohol. Whatever, getting the blood out of my alcohol system. How's that?
Well, I was going to say your problem is you don't have any other beer with you, but that would be an alcohol problem. But you took it instantly to the yeah, exactly, and you took it instantly to calling you a problem drinker. So your guilty conscience is getting the best of you there. And I love when you get a new haircut, you always find the loose fucking hairs. So hurry up, go get your drink.
Yeah. But I wound up going ahead and saying that
I'll wait
there's an update to customer service.
Oh no, we'll wait till you get back. Oh Jesus, it's yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it just customer service. I guess it doesn't matter what company I deal with customer service, though. There's always going to be some sort of a fucking issue. 46 minutes in, we're finally getting to this. I think we need to sign up. See if we can get that timestamp guy to do our timestamps. I'll have to subscribe to that channel. Segue to beer. How long does it take to get a beer? Holy hell. You said you got a mini fridge. Why isn't it down in your office?
It's in the garage.
A lot of good that's doing you right now.
I got 2 more.
Mini fridges?
No.
I get a mini fridge in my camper as well as a refrigerator in my camper. So yeah. People use my camper. We're set up. Don't you worry. It's a regular window air conditioner too. So I got to read.
That's where your physical guests and not just your virtual guests stay.
Right, and you need to come down and help me redo the plumbing in this camper.
Oh God!
It's into the bathroom.
Did I ever tell you where I used to work before?
A lot of places, car rental, illegal street racing. No.
Before all that, around the same time frame as that one. I actually worked at a camper factory.
Oh, nice. So yeah, you can come help do this.
Yeah.
So the camper's older than I am. It's an old Marathon.
Okay. And I mean, I helped my dad partially restore an old Airstream from the 60s. So.
Oh, nice. See, no, I just need to run because they don't give you much room into the sink, into the bathroom section. And the water line burst.
Oh, is it just the supply line? Or
there's no tank. There's no tank.
Is it a drain line or is it a supply line?
Supply line.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, except they just give you no room.
Yeah, what it is you literally take the old one, tie onto it with with whatever type of wire you want, pull it out, and then that wire you use to pull the new line through.
Right. But
it's simple enough.
But no, we want to get a new camper anyways. This thing's too heavy for the truck we got right now, being a 2-wheel drive, no original tow package. It's got a hitch because we put a hitch on it, right? But I don't want to tow anything heavy too far. And this old freaking 70s Marathon is a little heavy for no freaking intercooler, like no heavy duty intercooler for the transmission, as well as the clutch plating's not quite right for towing. Yeah. So we don't like pulling it heavy.
An auxiliary transmission cooler is not hard to add.
No, but the clutch plate's not right.
Well, I mean, it's still the same torque converter, regardless.
Right, but the heavy duty clutch plate helps.
Yeah, in some ways it can. Yeah. When
you're hauling a big ass fucking a wall of fucking wind block, yeah. I mean, this isn't one of those nice aerodynamic bitches. This is the bunkhouse even in the back, so it hits 2 walls. Yeah. So we're looking to get another one.
I did pick up my generator.
That's what you were saying.
Yep, I got that today. That thing is much heavier than anticipated. Much heavier than anticipated. It's like close to 500 pounds.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
That was fun. That's actually out of an old RV, believe it or not, like a mid-'80s GM framed camper or RV. But
you were trying to segue me into my
yeah, your customer service. What's the latest? What's the latest update with customer service?
Which customer service?
You name it. Spectrum. Let's start with Spectrum with the internet.
No, well, as you can see, apparently we still have issues. And they're going to be getting another phone call because I've been dealing with it. The TV's freezing, kicking us off. The entire Amazon system for the house kicking us off. The web show obviously kicking us off, and there's just no damn excuse for it.
Is the PlayStation staying connected, or is it kicking off too?
We don't play online, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Other than I
wasn't sure.
DLC.
That wasn't being smart, by the way.
No. You were just asking what's working. Literally, it's hit or miss.
So it's literally kicking everything that's connected to it.
Yeah, and I'm getting pissed. At this point, I'm
getting
pissed. Because they should have. The kid who came out. Long story. I don't want to badmouth anybody. But my one buddy works for the same company, and he's like the kid's he's decent. He's just young, and I don't think he did it right. I really don't think he did it right. No, I tried. Yeah, and you can't request attack. I tried.
Yeah, you can't request the exact person.
No, because it's an automated thing. Otherwise, if it had been my buddy, he would have known right away this router needs freaking pitched. It's the third router we've had. It's a garbage router. They're not a bad router, but they're a garbage router. And
they're not bad. They're just garbage.
Well, yeah, it's the all-in-one system. Any of those all-in-one modem router mixes always have issues. So I'm about to just buy.
I actually don't have any problems with mine, surprisingly.
I'm about to just buy a router and then hook it up that way because everybody I know who does that has not had a fucking issue. So I'm about to try that. That's my customer service with Spectrum. Obviously, the XM went amazing. That tech support was amazing.
Yeah, because you went to Super Tech.
Yeah, the third time around. It's about to.
And you went out again.
I shit you not. Fucking it shows.
I can hear you. There it is.
Oh my god.
You're still there.
Fucking sending you a picture of this shit.
You're still there. I still see it. We all see
you.
Yeah,
no, you're fine. I've got 2 bars now. I'm sending you the picture. Now it's not questioning my signal anymore. What the fuck? I'll send you this. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is insane. If it was a matter of I didn't have enough speed, yes, I can up my speed if that was the issue, but they told me it's not an issue.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. They told me not an issue. Or pay $20 extra a month. I'm about to say that might be it too. Maybe they just don't know what the hell they're talking about. Normally, I don't have that bar. You see that little reception signal? Normally, like right now, I don't have it at all.
Yeah.
So, in fact, this is the first time.
It's just letting you know the signal's getting ready to crap.
Right. So there's that. But so we get box meals sent to us. Do I dare name the name of the company? But anyways, we get these dinner things, dinner.
Oh, you had something pop up with that. This is something new to me, even.
Oh my God. So first, 2 weeks ago, so 2 boxes ago, they send us freaking, it's missing ingredients, right? But they're minor ingredients, rosemary and some fucking other thing, right? Okay, so we email them. Hey, this is the issue. We're letting you know this better not become a regular fucking occurrence. Like, we can go get replacement. We get an email 4 days fucking later saying, thank you for emailing us, blah, 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 blah. And we're like, this doesn't even address the fucking issue. I shit you not. I get a hold of them fucking yesterday. Because yesterday's Friday, right? Yeah, yesterday.
Was rosemary coming from Texas?
Hold on, this gets better. I get a hold of
steak.
them yesterday because we get an email saying that we charged your account, but you're not going to be getting anything. We shouldn't have charged your account already. We're crediting your next meal or your next box. And it's like, are we not getting anything then? We got looking, yeah, it comes out of fucking Texas. All right, but we found that out later, right? That's besides the point. I care even fucking less about that. That's not even a fucking issue. Like, because I can understand that. Like, I can legitimately understand if the whole state's shut down. I got it. I'm not getting my package, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I swear to fucking Christ, that goddamn fucking vacuum better not be coming out of fucking Texas. Oh my God. Anyways,
You ordered a vacuum on.
Oh, we'll get there. All right, hold on.
Oh man, come on! What the hell's been happening in like 24 hours at your place? What the hell?
I'm telling you right now. So I called the Dinnerly phone number, the dinner place phone number, these food place phone number. Hold on. I swear to God, I should still have this readily available. This is the most priceless fucking phone call you've ever. Oh, I'm in the wrong text message group. Hold on. Where is it?
Better than your XM?
Oh my God. My wife hasn't even heard the fucking message they gave me. Oh, scroll back there. I got the phone number in here. Here it is. Shh.
Whatever you do, do not mute your.
All of our representatives are busy due to an increased number of requests as we work to continue to supply meals to as many people as possible. We kindly ask you to direct all questions to our chatbots that can be found on our website, or you can email hi@dinnerly.com with a detailed description of your request so we can respond as soon as possible. Thank you for your understanding.
And then it hangs up on you. I shit you not. It doesn't even give you the option. That isn't about it being at almost 9 o'clock at night on a fucking Saturday. This is the same thing they gave me at 10:30 on a fucking damn Friday. It hung up on me.
They called you, left that.
I know. I called them because I'm like, look, I'm not dealing with fucking goddamn emails. I want fucking answers. I'm not dealing with this email shit because you took 2 weeks to respond. 2 fucking weeks. Because my wife's like, what's this? They're sitting there saying something about missing ingredients. This isn't, or missing missed shipment, bad delivery or something. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, we're trying to figure out whether or not we're getting a box. I'm like, you know what? I bet you this is from and I got looking at the email. It's from 2 weeks before. They took them 2 weeks to respond to a fucking email. And every time you call them, they direct you to email them. And they're rated in the top 5 of the food fucking places.
China?
And they're owned by Martha Spoon, the Martha Marley Spoon place, which is owned by Martha Stewart.
How much of a stake does Snoop Dogg have in it? Because that would explain it all.
He's a good businessman.
He is.
Yeah, I won't let her cancel because they owe me fucking $58 fucking still. 59, almost $60 fucking they owe me. But they did also knock $10 off. Took them 2 weeks, but $10 off because we had missing ingredients. Okay. And next week's food is free, but that's because they already charged me. So it's not really free. They're just not double charging me. The problem is their food, hit or miss between a 3 and a 4. Sometimes it's like, it's a taste thing. It's a cooking thing. The one time it's like, I think we put a tad too much garlic in it, you know. The food's not bad, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
It works better if you're picky. It works. They've got a little more in options. And then they're affordable. I mean, that's 5 meals for 2 people. 5 meals for $59. You're looking at like $70 for 4 meals for 2 people for Blue Apron. $70, almost $80 for 4 meals. So I really can't. I can't hold the Texas thing against them. That's not their fault. Trucks can't move.
They can, just not the way you want them to.
Right. They can move into the state, not out of the state.
They can't even really do that. Just, I mean, I-35.
Yeah, you just do like my neighbor says. Just put it in reverse.
Yeah. What, the crazy old bat?
For people who don't know the backstory, wants me to put my camper in the backyard, but it's on my property. I legally can leave it right where it's at. It's in my driveway. And she thinks the HOA was still a thing, and it's not, whatever, because I would never have moved into a place with an HOA. And I was like, do you realize how hard it is to back this in between those, like, the houses? Like, there's not that much room on top of the fact there's your clothesline straight back there that's, like, in the way of where you think I should put my camper. I was like, do you know how hard that is? She goes, yeah, you just put it in reverse. I'm like, are you fucking stupid right now? Like, I back up a 53-foot trailer on a daily basis. I can wedge it between those houses. Not with the mailboxes where they're at. You don't want your mailbox, I'll put it back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she had that very matter-of-fact attitude, too, so. But, yeah. But, yeah, so that's my customer service deal. No, but we have a vacuum. The vacuum cleaner we've got is one of those really lightweight, like $25 Bissell's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't really get the hair out of the carpet very well or whatever, right? It was a temporary
tweezers there.
Yeah, it was a temporary freaking, vacuum when we got it anyways. So we got a new pet vacuum coming. That cost us like $400 fucking almost $450.
Would it be a Dyson?
No, it would be a shark. No. Remember, I'm lazy.
So it's like a Roomba.
It's a Roomba, but by shark. And it's got a 30-day freaking disposal freaking buildup, which I need because that'll last like 10 days with my dogs. So the average person, the reservoir, like, because it's a self-emptying one, would take, and last 30 days. For us, it's going to last like 5 minutes, but But yeah, we've got a robot vacuum coming
from Texas.
Probably made in China from Texas. She's actually looking to see where it's coming from right now. But no, so yeah, so we've got that. It also hooks up to my Amazon system, so I can tell it that you need to vacuum anyways, so that it vacuums. I'm gonna call this one Rosie.
Well, that's good to know. I need to get into your Amazon system.
No, mine's actually fairly secure because
so that way I can go ahead and tell it to turn on at like
no, but
1 in the morning.
No, I don't care. But my father-in-law, because his Amazon device is hooked to my Amazon account and device, or device system. He actually probably could control my vacuum.
So I need to tell her dad to tell Rosie to turn on.
I'm gonna call it Rosie because the Jetsons. And you didn't get the joke, so I'm gonna call it Rosie from the Jetsons.
Oh man, how did I miss that one?
I know, it was good. Which on my HBO Max, we get the Jetsons and the Flintstones and the Looney Tunes. Josie and the Pussycats, the cartoon, not the movie.
Cool.
When it ships. She's asking how to check where it's coming from because now she's curious. I said when it ships. That's the only way you're gonna know which place it's coming from. So, but yeah. So we got a robot vacuum coming because that's the only way we can keep up with the dogs. Out of all realism, when you've got 3 dogs.
3 dogs, what? 2 cats.
3 dogs, 2 cats, a bird, 2 guinea pigs, and a 4-year-old.
Yeah, that counts as a pet too.
The destruction that comes with it. Yeah, I got a zoo and a really poor zookeeper.
You got the 9-year-old, 8-year-old, 3-year-old, and puppy.
Yeah, see, she's like the underqualified, like zookeeper intern, and all the zookeepers said, I'm not coming in today. So she's just going around like, I'll give them all the food they want. It's fine. And thinks they need to like pick out the food piece by piece from the bowl to feed to the dogs.
I need to figure out here in the next week, though, where I can order black roses from.
The internet.
I need 2.5 dozen black roses.
What is it? The day you proposed?
No.
The day you started, you started dating?
No.
Do I want to know?
One of the big marker birthdays. Why would I be saying 2.5 dozen?
28?
30.
Who's turning 30?
Who do you think is turning 30?
I don't know. I don't keep track of birthdays.
Mine is turning 30. So I'm going to get her 2.5 dozen black roses.
Why? Why black roses for a birthday?
So that way she goes ahead and puts me in my grave.
Then why buy the flowers for her for you?
Oh, I don't know. Sounded funny. I think it sounded funnier in my head, obviously. Oh my grandmother, when she turned 60, her younger brother actually sent her 5 dozen black roses as a gag gift.
It's kind of a jerk move.
Yeah. So, and she and I have, Danielle and I have a different type of relationship where we wind up just going ahead and pranking each other, cracking a lot of jokes, a lot of stuff where other people don't really find it appropriate.
Anytime I've heard anybody say that, what that means is the woman just deals with it because you're going to do it anyways. That's exactly everything I've ever.
No, dude, she'll throw back. She will.
That's a different story. Just because she gets you back has nothing to do with the fact of it only exists because you're a dick.
Wow. You're calling me a Nick.
No, a dick. There's a difference. You've been with her for more than 2 months.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yep.
By the way, I win that bet. But
you do win the bet.
We won't discuss that on the show because it's a little more personal. I win that bet.
Yeah, you do. You do.
So I expect to see you wear a coconut hat or a pineapple hat on the show at some point soon. Throw a pineapple at him? I've got the 4-year-old already saying throw a pineapple at him. I don't even know how that one started because I don't think she's heard us say that. Oh, she's handing me an imaginary pineapple. There you go. Bam, pineapple. By the way, you've got a Facebook message. I think it's helping your little idea.
Uh-oh.
So, anyways, where are we segueing this show to now? You had some topics, but did they all focus on Texas?
Most of them did, but anyhow, we already actually hit on them. We were going to talk about the billing, the flex billing, the fact of what initially helped cause problems down there, other than the actual physical ones of tree limbs, wrong grades of oil, all that type of stuff. Yeah.
Right.
I think we hit on the ones that I wound up sending to you.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't get me wrong. Fucking damn
toilet paper.
Walmart pissed me off today too.
I actually hit on the toilet paper and you told me shut up.
Right, but yeah, Walmart pissed me off today too, if that counts for anything.
Oh, what happened with their customer service?
Well, we ordered this stupid fucking vacuum, which is the lower grade one than what we ended up getting. She found more pineapples for you. Don't worry.
It would be really screwed up in the future if anything actually does happen to me, that you actually show up to whatever type of service there may be and just leave a can of pineapple there.
Oh, no, don't worry. I swear to God, if something happens to you, I'm going to dress like a pineapple, and I'm going to...
You have to explain it to the family.
No, it's funnier if I do it my way. I'm going to literally I'm going to stand over by you. I'll squat down, I'll have cans of pineapple fall out the back end of the pineapple suit, and then run out the door.
You have to explain it to the family, though.
No. That'll all be pre-set up. Don't you worry. I won't explain it. Somebody else will be there.
I'll put it in paper that you have to.
No, somebody else will explain.
I'll put it on paper that you have to.
There's nothing for me to explain. It's funnier if I just go in and they're all just, and then it turns out it was written in your last will and testament that I am to run in there in a pineapple suit and pineapple cans next to your viewing.
Just don't forget though that it is actually in there. I'm supposed to be buried face down.
Yeah, nobody will actually do that though.
Move your hand now.
Nobody does that.
It's actually written in mine now. Yep.
But yeah, that's fine. Then we'll honor it. I say that out of all realism because, like my grandmother, she per se by her own volition wanted a closed casket, cremated, and we had an open casket anyways because my grandfather was allowed to make that choice. So don't you worry. Your last wishes really don't matter.
Oh, I'd honestly, once you're gone, what's it matter anyhow? What happens to you?
Those, yeah, except with lack of desecration. I mean, that's just uncalled for.
True.
Yeah, I mean that's just a level of respect. I mean, we even show honor, or respects, proper respects to enemy combatants. So. Like Bin Laden. He was shown proper respects for religion. Didn't show him respect, showed the faith itself the respect that was due.
Yep.
So you still show proper respect, whether you like it or not.
Oh, either way, whatever.
I was also scrolling through a lot of this HBO Max thing that I've got. Because I paid $200 and some fucking for it. Literally because I've been unable to use it since I got rid of Sling and didn't have HBO anymore. Or no, my AT&T, excuse me, my DirecTV Now. So when I got rid of that, I stopped being able to use my HBO, but I've had it this whole time. I just couldn't use it. Now that they finally have it for the Fire Stick, the HBO Max app, I'm able to watch my HBO. So I'm scrolling through. I was like, I'm scrolling through HBO. Like, what shows do they have? Baghdad ER. Well, fuck that. Fucking something about Abu Ghraib. Fuck that.
Oh, no.
I'm like, what the fuck is half this shit? Like, I'm scrolling through. It's like, I never went to Iraq. My wife
It's funny actually.
I was like, no. I've been to Kuwait. I've been to Qatar. I've been to Kyrgyzstan. I've been to Afghanistan. I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to Germany. I've been to Ireland, and that's about it.
Oh, my trip to Czech, the first one, I don't remember much of it at all.
Do what?
I don't remember much of my first trip to Prague in the Czech Republic at all.
Well, yeah, but I was never stationed anywhere other than Afghanistan and the U.S.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was one of those where I remember getting on the train going there, and I remember getting off the train coming back.
No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I've never left the airport in Ireland, Germany, or Amsterdam.
Amsterdam is an airport I refuse to fly through anymore because they don't believe my name is my real name.
They pronounce it inappropriately?
No, I've actually been pulled into their security and / detention and questioned.
Yeah,
It actually took the consulate to come and get me out of it.
Why don't they believe your last name's your last name?
The first name and the last name, my nickname and the last name rhyming, that thing, they just didn't like that too much.
Yeah. Well, when I went through, I had no issues. But I was also flying completely civilian air too.
No, that was completely civilian.
Yeah, military paid for, but civilian air. But I never left the airport. Now, what the weird thing is you come in, you go through security, and then you have security before you sit down at your gate. That was the weird thing about Amsterdam. Like, you're running around through the. I went to the Irish pub. I have no idea how much a euro is, and I have no idea how much Jameson and Coke is. But I know that I swiped my card a couple of times.
Yeah.
Several times. I don't know. I was like, I don't know what these numbers are. Whatever. Yeah.
Now, interesting thing with Ireland. Technically, we're not allowed to leave the airport. Period. No matter what.
When you're flying military.
Yeah. So, anyhow, interesting story with Ireland. We were landing there and getting ready to, the plane refuel, refit, blah, 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 to come back across the pond. And, when we landed, the engine decided to grenade itself when the reverse thrusters were hit. It decided to blow itself apart on the runway. So you have a whole load of soldiers there coming back for R&R or coming back stateside, period. They got to figure out what the hell to do with us because we're not allowed to leave the airport. Because, believe it or not, with Ireland, we don't have a status of forces agreement. So it took a whole bunch of special permissions for us just to be able to be allowed to be in a hotel.
You know that you can't be the first time that's ever happened, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it took them like 9 hours to be able to get everything organized. There was actually Irish police and other personnel there watching, making sure that we did not leave the hotel grounds. We were allowed outside, but we were not allowed to leave the hotel grounds. They actually had pretty decent food. I was very, very pleased with the food. Also during that stay is when the tsunami hit and Fukushima and all that horseshit.
Right.
That was really interesting watching it on an Irish, from Ireland on TV, all of that unfolding.
Yeah. Well, never mind. That sucks. I always see on it, timestamp guy, freaking whatever, subscribe to him and they'll timestamp your thing. Apparently, all he does is Joe Rogan. That's it. Well, fuck you. Never mind. I was hoping to get like timestamps because where they go through it and put like, hey, this happened where in your show. Because, and we covered a lot of subjects in an hour and 19 minutes. Where did that come in if people want to, skip sections?
Point, yeah.
Yeah. So, but, right. You keep coming back to that.
Subliminal messaging.
Do you have stock in toilet paper?
I wish.
Zach, he's obsessed with toilet paper.
Do you have a sick toilet paper fetish?
I'll send you a message.
I don't want to see pictures of your. This better not be porn.
No.
But no. So, anyways, yeah, I flew into Amsterdam. I was drinking at that Irish pub there in their airport, and then flew from there back into the States. I think I went to Atlanta. And I don't think they flew straight into Chicago, so I think I went into Atlanta. But then no, that time I might have flown into Fort Wayne and got a rental car. Anyways, when I flew into Qatar, right? Okay, so here's my. Did I ever tell you my Qatar story?
A little bit.
So I fly into Qatar, right? And obviously, because some of the clothes, like I didn't have like good civilian clothes or whatever for whatever reason, because I had a lot of stuff go missing. And so I think you hooked me up with like a shirt or a pair of pants or something.
Yeah, the pants were way too big. I do remember that. You had to draw your belt in, and it kind of looked like you were wearing like MC Hammer.
Yeah. So I picked up some clothes there at their little PX. Then I went to their little freaking tent bar or whatever. I start drinking. They're like, "Oh, you can have 2 drinks." That's more than I've had in a year. Let's call it. What's the problem here? And I was like, what would you like? Let me get a double of Jameson and Coke. Pepsi, okay? Yeah, sure. I think it was even diet, to be honest. Like, I was like, I don't fucking care. And so this lady fucking poured me like more than what a double would be, because you're only getting 1 drink. It's either the double or not. Why do I want 2 separate drinks? Just put it all in one. I'm downing this shit. So then I go into a couple hours later. They got me hooked up with my flight, and I go freaking to the civilian airport there. And I pull out some cash, right? Because I was like, well, fuck, who knows when I'll be back here? I better get some Qatari money, right? Just to have it, literally just to have it. Yeah, I pull out some Qatari money and whatever the fuck it's called. And I go from there, and we're all sitting around. I check all my bags, and I'm a guy. I've only got my freaking like carry on, right? But I'm like, I'm checking this bitch. I don't give a fuck. So I check this bag. So I'm looking like I've got my operator's hat on, I've got my fucking, regular clothes on and everything, right? Being a little smart because I got a somewhat military haircut, but I let myself get my 5 o'clock shadow. I look like a piece of shit, right? Like from where we're coming from, like I look like that piece of shit, right? Or a civilian contractor that don't give a fuck because I ain't in the army no more, right? One of the two. So everybody else who got their, they check their big green duffel bags, but they're running around. They got their little fucking carry-on, and it's like army plastered all over them type thing. And I was like, you guys are dumb. Like, I am not flying to Qatar, like, with a bunch of army shit on. Like, we're going into other countries. You're dumb. Like, why are you advertising who the fuck you are? This is stupid. Tell me I'm wrong, too.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I mean, it's like you want to be as blending in as much as possible. I wouldn't have even worn the operator's cap.
No, I had, I'm not stupid. I already look military, right? I look military, and I'm with a bunch of fucking idiots that are blatant fucking military, right? So I gotta somewhat look like I have an excuse to be here. Right? So I get to the gate and I'm sitting there up against the wall, and this fucking cow comes up to me. And she's like, "Ma!" I was like, "Okay, hey, calm down, lady. Like, you're not my type." And she's like, "Ma!" I'm like, "No." But no, seriously, she starts asking me. Really, I don't get a laugh out of that out of you. Fuck you. I timed that one good, but fuck off. But she starts asking me. Hold on. Sorry, the tablet was probably overpowering a little bit on your end, too. Could you hear that thing?
Just barely in the background.
For me, it was blaring. I thought maybe that's why I wasn't getting a chuckle out of the fucking mooing cow. Like, I shit you not. Like, this fucking humpback fucking whale comes out and asks me. She's like, "Are you special forces?" I was like, "No." And I'm not lying either. That's the smart part, right? You always fit. You have to know too much about your story and make it sound boring. So it's like people leave you alone. I was like, "No, I'm not special forces." "Oh, well, you look special forces." I was like, "Yeah, well, I'm not." "Well, I've got buddies who are. I've got friends who are in the special forces." "Sure you do." This is this girl from California, right? I end up getting her life story, and that's she's doing some graphic arts thing and starting a business and partnering with Qataris. I was like, they're using you, but good for you. They're using you because you're going to be a tax write-off.
Maybe she could do the comic.
Yeah, I never. No. Listen to me. All right, fuck that. This lady's like, "Oh," I said, "No, I'm a laundry specialist. Like, literally, all I do is I get paid really, really stupid money to
wash everybody's shit."
Yeah. So I literally I was like, all I do is I get paid insane amount of money. Stupid fucking money to watch people, like watch local nationals wash people's clothes. That's all I do. She's like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah, that's literally all I do. I'm just a civilian contractor." I said I get paid good money to watch people work. I don't even have to do a damn thing. Sold that off real quick. She left. She tried running her mouth, but yeah, that was my guitar story. Like, literally, you can play if you're smart and you know just enough about your story that makes it so boring nobody wants to know more. You're good.
Yeah.
To Amsterdam and got trashed in their fucking airport bar.
Yes, we know you're an alcoholic.
No, he doesn't go to meetings. He's just a drunk.
No,
Does this count as a meeting?
A drunk. Well,
does this count as a meeting?
Damn you.
And I'm not the one with the drinking problem. My doctors have never told me I drink too much. How about you?
You had to go there, huh? Oh.
You could lie. Or you could tell the truth.
I tell them honestly, it's only once a week. I'm just having the same amount of drinks that a normal person would have throughout the entire week. I got cram it into one day because of my job.
Here's the thing. I think most people who drink on the weekend usually are fairly decent about it. It's the people that literally can't not drink throughout the week. I mean, that's really a problem. Like, it's one thing if you have like when I did the college thing, my wife and I would occasionally freaking, a good chunk of the week, we might have a drink. And I mean like a drink. And it was literally just, hey, guess what? I don't have to go to work. I don't have to go anywhere. And neither do you. It was literally nothing more than just we'd sit back and we'd enjoy the fact that the kid went to sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
Literally,
that's all it is for me through the week. Maybe one drink.
Right, but you can't get too loud. The kid's sleeping, but you're like celebrating. Celebrate good times. The kid's asleep. You're just fucking like ecstatic. You might get like 2 seconds, and then it's dead. And the kid wakes up. And you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was a whole first year, and we've got the kid who doesn't nap. So you're waiting till like the end of the day to drink, anyways. So But yeah, I really thought the really crappily sung song would have gotten a little more of a kick out of you. But fuck you.
More like shiny, happy people holding hands. What?
No, you just been about the last 28 minutes. You've been being a Nick.
I'm not intentionally doing it. Okay, I apologize.
If my shtick is not any good, be honest.
No, it's not even necessarily that. I think it's the other factors. But anyhow, from the day, and it's
coaching.
To me, today is winding down now. Even being on the show, it's winding down.
Right. Was there bad coaching? Is that what it was?
I wasn't there.
Oh,
I was on I had actually 9 hours on the clock today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you actually got to show up late or something,
No. I went into work at 4 this morning.
Did you get pictures at least?
Got done at 1, a handful of pictures.
Okay.
And then came home, picked up the boy. He went with me, and we went and got the generator. And the competition was over at the same time. We actually wound up getting back to the house 10 minutes before they did.
Why don't you just get permission for him to go to work with you? Saturday, good bonding.
Too young.
Oh, that's right. He's still under 12, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yep. Otherwise, I probably would have, but with it being wintertime and knowing the roads that I was on, it's one of those things where a snow squall could pop up at any moment, and I wouldn't take them anyhow.
No, fair. It was just a fair question.
Yeah.
But for those of you that have either just joined us or made it this far, take and subscribe. How
many are you showing?
Oh no, nobody knew. It just this is people could be viewing this late and fast forwarding. But thanks for ruining my segue. All right.
I didn't ruin your segue. You're the one who wrecked it.
Subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you like the video, hit like. Follow us on Facebook and the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. And you can follow me on Instagram at mpjags, which also posts up immediately then to the Facebook page as well. But do you have an Instagram for us to post up yet?
No, I do not.
No, you'll have to fix that. Look, I won't make you get a Twitter.
What's that?
I have no idea. I asked.
Is that a new dating app?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's like TikTok. Yeah. I'm waiting. I really wish I could do. Look, okay, so there's this one show that tried inviting us. They're like, oh hey, left a comment on our page. I followed their channel. I haven't watched in a while. It's a little too left leaning for me, but they follow some of the pop culture of today. I'm not calling out who they are. That it's one of those. It's almost like they try too hard, but they do that really crap old school Pee Wee Herman's type animation. I could just you can see there's cutting and editing to it, and I'm just I don't understand why it's not that good. You would be better if you just talked instead of you can see they repeat the same thing 4 times, and it's you didn't do that intentionally. Or you had to have done that post video.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's. But anyways, yeah, it's.
I get it. I mean, we definitely try and do things to where the video is what it is, and we leave it at that.
I think that fits best. It's long form interview, long form conversation. People want to hear what we have to say to a degree.
Right. Although right now it doesn't seem like it, but it might. It might in the future.
Usually we even if we only have 1-2 people watching, we get 10 people later come the end.
Yeah.
We generally have at least 10 views. I don't think we've had less than 10 in a while.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Jess isn't watching this one.
I haven't heard from her in about 2 weeks. she didn't watch the last one or this one. So we haven't heard from her in about 2 weeks. Sometimes she's a hit or miss. We all do have our own lives, I guess, and we ignore people that we consider friends to degrees, and don't pay attention to necessarily social cues that should tell us that we should pay attention.
You still haven't looked at your phone.
No, I did. Yeah, you're thinking about toilet paper that you're trying to get me to bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
How the hell is it not showing on my end that you even looked at that yet?
Because you sent it on a text message.
Yeah, I actually have the receipt thing turned on.
Generally not on mine. I'm an Apple. They generally don't cross reference because I have it turned on for mine, but mine doesn't tell me that you do.
Yeah, with Message Plus, it usually does.
No, but I looked at it, but no. So yeah, sometimes.
But I got you to mention toilet paper.
No, that's fine. Okay. The point being, sometimes we don't pay attention to social cues that people give us that are our friends, and sometimes we don't pay attention to the real friends that are in our lives. And these are things that happen. And sometimes we just have to address these things on, even our show. Why does this shit delay so long? The Zac Yak Pac. Sometimes you just have to apply a little truant on a shaft of pressure.
I was earlier today.
To kick in the ass, getting some Batacath care.
With the comment that's up there, I was earlier today.
But he uses pineapple to wipe his ass. Takes the 3 seashells.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well played. Well played. Sir. Well played.
But no, I mean, that this is a thing, and you could discuss on this. I mean, how many times have we had people just out of the blue turn their backs on us for no apparent reason, and then try to come back later as though they did nothing wrong, or act like it's your fault.
Yeah, isn't that what family is?
That's what I'm having with family right now, but that's besides the point. I'm talking people that you.
But I mean, isn't that like normal family? I mean, come on, So I mean, friends, normal family, yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, to a degree, but you know what I'm getting at here. I mean, it's one of those people blow you off because they don't realize that they could be perceived as blowing you off. I thus with Nick, it's like, I thought about texting you, but I thought you might have been at work. It's like, I didn't want to distract you from work. It's like, well, for one, I do lots of stops so I can check a message when I stop. It's quite an easy thing, or you could have phone called because I can get phone calls at work too because I don't have one of those weird jobs where you can't make a phone call. So, I haven't heard from you in over a month.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you still have a girlfriend or if this girlfriend is still living with you or not. By the way, he still has a girlfriend and she's still living with him in his parents' house.
And here's the screwed up thing. Everybody, just so we're clear, this is my basement that I'm in right now, not my parents' basement, unlike Nick.
No, he lives in the attic.
You get what I'm saying, though.
He lives
my
in the
basement. I own it.
He's literally under his parents' roof.
That could go so many different ways that I just, oh my God, do I want to touch on any of them or not?
Shut up.
So, apparently not. Because, and that's the thing. People, like, you sit there and you think that you have friends, right? Just in general. This isn't nitpicking on anybody, right? This is not nitpicking, but you think
no, it's not nitpicking.
But it always seems 90% of the time it's one way. If you don't get a hold of them, you won't hear from them.
Yeah, which is one reason why, like, I've been debating about doing another purge of Facebook.
Well, just for instance, generally every couple of years, every year or so, I'll get a hold of her because she doesn't get a hold of me.
Yeah,
except when she makes comments in a chat group, I guess. But my wife instigates that by saying they're doing a web show. So,
hey, those two idiots are on here again.
Right. So,
let's be realistic. She's not saying, hey, they're doing a web show. No, hey, those two idiots are at it again here on a Saturday night again.
Yeah. And like, I will give it with her family. She's got family and still has a good chunk of property in Mexico. Easily gets told, you guess where you're going, and guess what? No, phone doesn't get taken with. So I have seen that, and she goes down there for like a month, and there's no notice, but it's still one of those. It's like, come the fuck on, And like I said with Nick, I haven't heard from him since he moved or his girlfriend moved in.
Since he made a move.
And he had excuses, as to why. And it's like, okay, but what about the fucking month before that? And the month before that, and it is what it is. My wife doesn't hear from people a lot either. There's the one friend, it's like, sorry, we will not, be able to make it to a baby shower. Stop talking to her. It's like, the hell, like, sorry for multiple reasons. One, it's so far away. Two, there's the COVID thing, and I don't care. They have not been able to decide whether you can get it twice or not. We have a kid on oxygen.
And perfect segue into another segment. You just revived the show for a couple more minutes here.
Let me finish my train of thought here real quick. They have not said they say that you can and they say that you can't, but
there is an official rule now.
Hold on. The point being, though, I have a kid on oxygen 24/7. Yes, he's tested positive, but you can have a false positive too. So, is it worth the fucking risk to go clear way out of the way to come back and then run the risk of getting it to a 13-year-old kid on oxygen? That would be the most irresponsible thing we could do.
Yes. And there is an official rule now on that topic, actually. And due to that is why my boss actually had to stay at home this week with his kid. All three of them had it 3 months ago.
Oh, 3 months ago.
But she was just re-exposed at 3 months and 3 days at school and had to go ahead and quarantine.
Past the 3 months. So the 3 month is where they're calling the line.
3 months is where they're calling the line. You can't get it for 3 more months.
See, because what they've said is may high chance of testing positive for 3 months after having it. So,
but they don't bother with quarantining your ass until 3 months pass.
We've got a company in the area that literally is saying that you cannot come back to work without a negative test. So you're going to be off work for 3 months every time.
Well, the thing is, though, if you test positive that entire 3 month period, they have to pay you.
No. One, they make pharmaceuticals, so they get away with a little bit more, right? But two, here's the trick. The paperwork for that, they only have to pay you for, 20 days?
Ah.
Yeah, because I literally looked at mine. Or it's like 18 days or something, whatever. So, yeah.
See, unless they do the blood test, though, they're not going to be able to tell if it's actually, if you get past the active stage, from what I understand, once you're past the active stage, a nasal swab's not going to show up positive.
No, but it may actually, is what they're saying. But from what I understand, if you do the nucleic acid test, that's the most accurate one as of right now.
Which the Chinese are doing an anal swab for that one.
That's called nucleic acid test.
Yeah, the anal swab. Just go ahead and say what it is. It's the.
Well, no, I was waiting for you to
it's the butt plug test.
Yeah, I was waiting for your brain to click through, but that
It's the Roto-Rooter test.
I'm not surprised that you're quickly.
It's the Army test.
I'm not surprised.
It's a green Q-tip.
Can you wait a damn second? Because what you're saying isn't all that funny.
I'm doing it on purpose.
You're being annoying on purpose. What I'm saying is, I'm not surprised that you're acutely aware that the nucleic acid test is an anal test because of your relationship with toilet paper.
Ooh.
Touche.
Touche.
So, that we can segue that way and everything, but literally, I think the biggest thing, and this stems into veteran issues, right? Which we were hounded and hounded and hounded. We don't talk about veteran things. We talk politics. Guess what? Life is politics, because what we're talking about here is a political issue. Stop blowing off your friends. Everybody in general. It's always after somebody offs themselves that everybody goes, it's Buddy Wednesday. Check your Buddy Wednesday. And then it dies off after about a month.
Yeah. Or the random check-in saying, hey, everybody, check in if you're okay.
And then if you don't check in, I did it to you because you literally you checked in on the one page we're on. You checked in, and I said, I ain't doing it because I want to see if anybody tries to get a hold of me. And not a single fucking person did.
Yep. And then I stopped doing it. Somebody actually did try to reach out to me. I'm like, yeah, I just don't see the point of this whole check-in thing.
You don't talk to me the rest of the time. Why should I fucking care now?
Yeah.
You're not creating a relationship where I would have the trust in talking to you about an issue.
Exactly. And even if somebody does have the trust to talk to you about certain things, they might be covering it up too, as we've both experienced.
Right.
Yeah, I got it all figured out now. We're good. I got my job. I got my CDL. And I'm a couple days later gone.
Yeah. But no, I mean, that's the thing. The biggest trick in life is figuring out who the true friends are and who the fake friends are. Because the people who only want you around when it benefits them.
To throw a can of pineapple.
Them aren't real friends.
Yep.
The ones who actually look and go, hey, or are willing to honestly come to you with a problem, that's showing a level of trust in you that you might not have even realized you were on that list of a real true friend to them. And people need to recognize these things. It's important that they do, because that's where you look and go, wow, even though I didn't realize it, I created such a rapport that this person thought I was somebody that they could come to in their time of need.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty deep. I'll be right.
I like deep conversations. I do.
And unfortunately, I have an issue that's interrupting this very moment. I will be right back. Bladder.
His girlish bladder has gotten the better of him. So, but and the problem is the people who probably need to hear a statement of such the most, that way it dawns on them what's going on, are the ones who probably won't be listening. It's just the nature of the game, and it shouldn't be that way. But if you've made it this far, make sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you can be notified whenever we put up new videos. Go ahead and because it's for the channel as a whole, but as of right now, the majority of the videos are going to be the Zac Yak Pac. Taken from there, hit that like button if you like what we've got to say. Follow us on the Facebook, the Jaggers Juxtaplooza, or follow me on Instagram at mpjags. There you'll be able to follow somewhat of my day-to-day life, but not too much, because you really probably don't care that much. I'll take a picture of every meal I have and every, but don't worry, we're not going to take any pictures of every piss we take. That we are not putting that up on Instagram. We already have too much with the white screen of urine behind the other screen. So, he should be back by now. I don't know how long it takes to empty a bladder when you're 6'8" girl, but I feel real bad for him there in that regard. I guess this has to do with his he's so addicted to toilet paper he can't even take 2 hours away from it. All right, so he's got to get up there and he's got to check on his toilet paper. The problem is he's not hearing any of this mocking that I'm giving it towards him right now.
What mocking are you giving me now?
Yeah. That white screen of piss behind your screen right there, because your girlish bladder, but I don't know what it's like to be a 6'8" girl, so I don't know how your relationship of your bladder is and how much you can actually hold. But your addiction to your
You can hold a 6-pack.
But your addiction to your toilet paper caused you to have to go check on your toilet paper to make sure it's still there waiting for you.
No, not quite like that. But anyhow, no, it can hold a 6-pack of beer.
Apparently not.
I've only had 4 on the show. I had 2 before. No, 3 before. So 7 beers.
Again, but it didn't hold it. It emptied as soon as it hit the max.
Well, 2 hours with 7 beers. Hey, okay.
But no, and so, but like I was saying, the problem is the people who probably need to hear that depth of conversation the most aren't the ones listening,
or aren't even going to bother to view it.
Right, exactly. I guess it'd help if the timestamp guy would timestamp us, but apparently he only does Joe Rogan. But no, that's the thing. I mean, depth is okay. I'm okay with depth on this show. I don't know if we've hit it a lot.
We haven't really hit a lot of the deeper topics. We really haven't.
Or have we? It's episode 1. We've started fresh.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
no,
so I mean, if somebody actually beats something to you in your life, don't make it a one-way street. Basically, summing it up that way. Don't make it a one-way street to where everybody else is constantly having to try and reach out to you specifically. It goes back to other things that I've even said dealing with family. A phone's a two-way device.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, don't make the people who actually matter be the ones that fight for your time. That's a big thing. Don't make the ones who actually matter be the ones that have to fight for your time. Everybody always has time to take and pick up the phone for everybody else.
And, saying that about don't make them fight for your time, I work a hell of a lot. You work a hell of a lot. We both do what we got to do when we got to do it. We both know that. Luckily, our families know that. But there's another adage, too, to throw into that, where you can always make more money, but you can't always make more time.
Oh, that's okay. So that's been my thing. I ran into it with my wife. It's amazing because she literally looks and goes. She understands things the right way. And you have 2 options in life. And I never made sense to anybody else that I was ever in a relationship with. And that's you can have time or you can have money. You cannot have both. You either have time or you have money. And my wife looked and said, well, obviously, I want time. Money is nice, don't get me wrong. But whatever time we get, we're going to make the most of. Right.
Exactly.
I have extra time. We utilize that time. Even if it's just sitting at home, fucking quiet, not talking, we still have that time.
Yeah. And here,
whereas my wife doesn't look and go, I know you better find a way to give me both. She literally knows some weeks we might not have a lot of time, but we have the money to pay the bills. But
Yep.
when we have the time to make, we try to make the most of it. And I think,
that's where tomorrow for me, specifically for me tomorrow, I'm looking forward to it because that is the time together. Because, you know, the weekend before I had drill. This past weekend, before this weekend here, we had that other competition and everything on a Sunday. So we were gone all day. That wasn't any quality time. So tomorrow is actually going to be
right.
quality time together for the first time in like 3 weeks.
See, and it comes down to like with my wife, it's one of those. It's like I never take vacation. I don't. But we've never really had the point we're at now, where similar to where we're at now, where
it's like, hey, let me take an extra day.
Well, no, I want to say, how do you word it? There's more money than there is time for a change. Instead of going, you know, there's not a lot of time, but there's also not a lot of money. Or, you know, we're not living rich. Don't get me wrong, but we're living decent.
You're not. To quote my grandfather on this one, you're not living high on the hog.
No. You know, you don't get me wrong. Freaking the robot vacuum. Well, one, yeah, because I if I order shit online, I'm using a credit card. I'm not using a fucking debit card. But you know, did it go on a credit card? Yes. Is it because the price was right and we need it now because this vacuum is starting to not do so well, and my carpet cleaner pulled up more hair than my fucking vacuum cleaner did? Oh yes, something needed done, and something needed done now. But yeah, because while we were all for, you know, my vacation day and whatnot, I dug out the carpet cleaner. Actually, I did it on the day that work got canceled, not my actual vacation day. But you know, I dug out the fucking carpet cleaner. I cleaned the floors. My wife made comment that even on days off, I can't not fucking do things. But
welcome to the club. That's
right.
what you get with guys that actually did a damn job in the military. We don't know how to stop.
Well, actually, no. I'm just really annoying if I stop, and she's going to find a way to make me stop.
That's half the reason why I got the damn generator, so that way I can keep myself occupied in a way that's good.
You know, you can use a generator as a welder. But that's besides the point. My point being, my wife makes comment that I never take days off, and so when I do, we try to do things that are important to us. But now we actually have funds where we're not looking and going, we're living under paycheck to paycheck. But we're living decent. And of course, COVID's still going on, and it's balls ass cold outside. So what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Yeah, you can't build your fence.
Yeah, oh my God, trust
Same
me.
here.
That's on her list of the first thing we're doing because with the dogs and barking at neighbors and whatnot.
It's probably, I would rank the fence as the second thing on my list right now.
Oh, it's your first thing.
The AC.
No, fair enough. Mine, it's the fence, and then I got to figure out how I do air conditioning because I'm worried that I actually need to call the gas company, and I also need to do it right, put a Mr. Heater in the wall so that I can just, you know, have it hooked up, and then slowly run ductwork and everything through the house, which is going to cost me about like $3,000 to install. And that's just because I have to have somebody get inspected in the end. But you know, I can hook up a fucking thing. But or do I put in the stupid fucking ductless air conditioning system?
You know, looking at the ductless systems, if I didn't already have the vents, I probably truly would go that direction.
Oh yeah. But here's my issue: I'm in an all-electric house.
It's already all electric. You could get rid of the current baseboard heaters you have.
No, hold on. Texas. No, fuck, I'd leave them. I'd set them both so they work together. One would be under the more efficient one would be where it's at, and the other would be if it falls low, so they work together to heat the house. Because it's actually cheaper. So you'd set one at like 64 degrees. So if it drops to 64, those baseboard heaters are kicking on. The others stay running, right? My issue is all electric house, Texas power outage.
You need a generator.
Oh yeah, not only do I need a generator, but the problem becomes how heavy of a generator do I need?
Yeah, and I mean, I honestly got lucky with this one. I did.
Yeah, but is that going to run 1, 2, 3, 4? Hold on. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that going to run 6 fucking wall heaters, like baseboard heaters? Because several of them that are not the little short two. I've got 1 2-footer. I've got.
I got 58 amps of total power. So I mean, it's one of those things where, for me personally, yeah, I got a fuel oil boiler. That's more than enough power for me to run the heating system and then run the refrigerator.
Right. Well, what I'm thinking I'm going to end up doing is if they come back with the because I already can take care of the fence. We're going to take care of that. That's tax return. My daughter's school tuition. That's tax return. And then I'm going to do the dining room, which that's not all that hard. I just want to do the fence first. Because I also have to destroy a bunch of cardboard and whatnot. But I'm waiting till it's warm so I can start working on that, because it's like 40 degrees in the garage, and fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm not working in that right now. But do that.
And I will be over the next year starting to work on our garage, converting it too.
Right. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. But it comes down to like if I have the gas line running to put a duct system, I want to do that after I have the freaking porch added on, because I want to put the gas meter where I want, and I want it run right. So, yeah, it just there's a lot of what if there. But so we're gonna do all that, and the thing is, I'm thinking if we get my wife called it Trump money, and that's how we bought our house. Is it Trump money? That $1,200 per person, right? And what was it? $600 a kid? $500 a kid?
6.
5.
It was 600 a kid.
This is the first time?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was 5 because this time it was 6 for everybody.
Yeah, it was 600 per kid and then 1,200 per adult.
Okay, whatever. So when we got that, we bought a house. This time, if we get the Biden money, because this time it would be Biden money, right? Instituted by Trump, because Trump pushed for it first. But Biden money, right? I'll give credit though where it's due. The last idiot to sign their name to a piece of paper. We get this.
Last idiot. I like how you put that.
If we get universal basic income, it will. It's what it's becoming. I'm sorry.
Man, that's a whole nother slew of topics that'll have to go on another show. It'll have to go on another show. It's
UBI is really what it's coming down to. But if we get that and they give us another $1,400, and they're talking per person, not per adult, per person. If they do that, that's going to have to be a generator, and I like the Ford generator. The Ford, what was it? The one I was looking at, a Ford dual fuel.
This is actually the generator that I picked up, in case anybody's curious.
No, I'm talking like the Ford manufactured, like home generator.
Yeah, the actual one that I got is a Kohler 7CM21. So it's an older one, but damn, it was a mainstay for years for people.
Oh, yeah. I'm not taking away from that. But no, I'm just saying I was looking at that Ford one. It's a nice shiny blue, too. But it's one of those, I just don't know. I'm not 100% sold on Ford for generators because I don't know enough about their generators. But I know
you don't want to fix or repair it every day.
Well, I know they make a damn good fucking tractor.
Oh, yeah. 300 inline 6.
Yeah. I mean, give it whatever you want on the freaking, on the body quality of trucks once they start going to aluminum. I understand the argument people have on that. And that's the biggest argument of whether or not, because Ford, they're damn good trucks, but if you don't like aluminum for being put in the body, just wait, because it's coming to Dodge, and GM's already gone there.
GM has started, yes.
They're using that aluminum alloy for the frame. That's what made people nervous was the chassis. Now, I've got family that it's because the body's aluminum. I'm like, snap a chain and it hits fucking steel. It's doing the same damn thing to it that it's doing to aluminum. It don't fucking matter.
Yeah, the aluminum will tear more than what the steel will.
Yeah, but whatever. You're still taking it to the body shop.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. But I mean, with a steel panel, you have a chance of repairing it. An aluminum panel, you pretty much have to replace it. That's the big difference. You're all out of Devil's Cut.
What? No, I'm still.
I know.
No, I had to wake the dog up because the dog will start like having like PTSD symptoms. Like you know, like that freaking like the concept of like the Vietnam veteran waking up and like shooting up the house thing. Like all the bad stereotypes. That's our puppy. Like that's the 8-month-old dog. Like she'll wake up, like barking at like nothing. It's the damnedest thing.
I've actually been waiting for it, and it hasn't happened yet. You know how every puppy winds up like jumping up in their sleep and then going ahead and running into the wall?
Oh Jesus!
It hasn't happened with Gunner yet. I'm leaving that alone for now.
It's true though.
You can't touch 900 foot-pounds of torque.
It's a half ton versus a 3/4 ton.
It's still 900 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay, but again, because you drive a 3/4 ton, I would hope it would have more torque than a half ton. Because if it doesn't, then you got a piece of absolute garbage, and you might as well have just bought a Toyota at that point.
And it rides like a Cadillac when loaded.
Here's my thing. Well, that's a loaded thing, though. But here's my thing. I want to see that quad cab Ranger that they were selling fucking to the Afghan army and Afghan police sold in the U.S. because that was a badass little Ranger.
It actually is. That's what they brought back. They
sell them here. They're a foreign fucking manufacturer only.
No, that's what they brought over here in the past, 3 years? That's what they
bring it over finally?
Yeah, it's that chassis.
Yeah,
the newest chassis of it.
I want the whole fucking thing, not just the chassis. I want that whole fucking thing.
Yeah. You know what I would actually like to see over here for a light-duty pickup truck? A Toyota Hilux.
They have the Toyota Hilux.
No. The Tacoma and the Tundra, neither one of them. The Hilux is totally different.
They sell a Hilux here.
No, they don't.
I thought you could get a Hilux.
Nope.
Those are good, so don't get me wrong.
But anyhow.
No, hold on. If I can spell Hilux. How do they spell Hilux?
Hilux.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we give good information to our viewers, not some horseshit. Yes, I did mean that. 2019. Why isn't the Toyota Hilux available in the United States? Why is the Toyota Hilux banned June 16th? Although it's not sold in the U.S., Toyota Hilux is known around the world as a tough and reliable truck. And they're making the Hilux look like the Hilux was replaced by the Toyota Tacoma in 1995 in North America, but continued to be sold in South America. So yeah, it is the Tacoma.
Yeah, it's still not the same though. They did it different completely. The frame, everything is different.
Oh, that's why. In the 60s, a tax called the chicken tax added 25% tax to light-duty trucks, which the Hilux was. To get around these laws, Toyota started making cars in the U.S. that would avoid those regulations. That's why they don't manufacture them here. Yeah. That's fine. I'm okay. So I got it. Yeah, we run over, but if we hit a good topic, we're gonna run it for a second.
Oh yeah.
Cybertruck. How do you feel about it?
Waiting to see it actually hold up to a cannonball hitting the window.
I give 2 fucks less about that. It actually made sense what he said was wrong with it. They shouldn't have hit the body before hitting the glass, is what he said, because it's designed to take that to the window, but not if it's taken to the side panel already, because it weakens the bottom of the window. He said, had they done damage in reverse, it would have been fine.
Yeah, it's all right. One way or the other. Let's see what happens with it.
It shattered it, but it didn't go all the way through the fucker.
I mean, we're still waiting for the Roadster. So Cybertruck, yeah.
Well, stop and think though. That ball did not go all the way through that window. I don't care if it shattered the window. It didn't go all the way through. It locked in it. That's still safer than going through my skull.
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly, a smaller round is easier to stop.
Right. Well, but you snap a chain and that comes at hitting that window. You know it's not coming through that window and smacking you in the face.
I think I'm more interested in the 4-wheeler that comes with it.
It doesn't come with it.
You get what I'm saying, though, for the option package with it.
He's getting fucking high up on that fucking 4-wheeler. But no, here's my thing on it, right? If I'm hauling my camper across country, okay?
Trying to charge it.
Hold on. I'm hauling my camper cross country, and I have to take out my generator to charge my car or my truck to keep going on my thing. What's the point of a fucking electric car if I have to run a gas generator?
Well, if you're towing your camper, you can have enough solar panels on top of that to possibly go ahead and recharge as you're driving.
No.
A guy actually did that.
Let's not even pretend that's going to fucking work for it.
There's a guy up in New York State that actually did that.
You're pulling a load at the same time. It's not the same as driving an empty car.
No, it's not. But it'll extend the range a hell of a lot.
Well, yeah, but okay, so you gain an extra 100 miles. All right, let's just go with that. Let's just average. Let's say you gained an extra 100 miles.
Because if I recall right, there was a guy that took a small camper, set it up for being able to charge his Tesla Model X as he drove down the road and wound up tripling the range.
Okay, but still,
he hacked it all. He wound up getting sued by Tesla like crazy.
My point being, I have to use my generator to charge my truck to keep going, and it's not going to be a short charge. So I'm still using gasoline at that point.
Yeah. At the same time, anybody who, God, this segue, what the hell is up with my mind? At the same time, with that, you're still having to use gasoline, right? So why is it that vegans use gasoline-powered cars? Because technically they're using animal products to get from point A to point B.
Yeah, but if we want to go into vegan, I mean, they're still eating freaking plants which come from dead animals.
I'm just saying.
So am I. I'm also not a vegan.
Yeah, I know. I
am for 46 days. I am literally only 1 day a week and 2 extra days not eating meat. All right. The rest of the time, I don't care if it's a T-bone, it's going down. If I have to gnaw that bone off of the meat off that bone and eat half that bone to get it off, I will, because I'm not going to not eat meat. During Lent, every Friday. It used to be for Catholicism up until, Vatican II? It used to be every Friday of the entire year you didn't eat meat, but they backed that off to just during Lent. Lent's not actually 40 days, it's actually 46 days if you do the math. We're 43 days left till Easter. And Lent started on Ash Wednesday this past Wednesday.
Lovely.
Plus 3 days. So, because they don't count the Sundays in it, and I don't remember how it exactly works, but it totals up to be 46 days. Because Sundays don't actually count, but you're still supposed to follow through. If people are like, well, if I gave something up for Lent, does that mean say the idiots, I gave up Facebook for Lent, but because Sundays aren't technically part of Lent, does that mean that I can use my, no, because that defeats the whole fucking idea. Are you serious?
Yeah.
If you give up something for Lent, it's supposed to be, because realistically, here's where it's funny. You know how long it takes to break a habit?
The same amount of time.
Approximately 40 fucking days.
Yeah.
And also how long it takes to start a good habit or a new habit. Approximately 40 days. So you're actually supposed to substitute something for that. You're not just supposed to say, oh, I give up watching TV, when I get home from work or before going to work, right? Let's say I'm going to give up watching TV before I go to work. Now, I don't have time for it anyway, so don't think this is a thing. You're supposed to substitute that with something positive, though, at the same time. So it's not supposed to just be, I give something up. You're actually supposed to try to improve yourself in the same.
So instead of spending time with a girlfriend before going to work, should do a show.
Do what?
Nothing. Never mind. Don't be in
doing
that.
a show first thing in the morning. I don't have that kind of time.
You like that though, don't you?
I know. I think. I got asked if you're saying you have another girlfriend that you're supposed to be spending time with.
No. Do not even insinuate that. Hell no. One, I'm not Mormon. Two,
Call me a woman again, I'll punch you in the face.
who really wants to deal? I mean, not to be ignorant or rude or anything, but isn't one woman enough to try and
I
handle?
told my wife that for the longest time. She has to worry about nothing because one, to learn, to figure out me takes long enough. I'm not trying to teach two people me.
Yeah, exactly.
Even my dog's over there like this is no, that's an insane idea. He's like, you already brought that little woman into the house, the little lady, the 4-year-old. He's like, she's a handful enough too, because she's always trying to climb on me and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we brought in 2 female dogs. Like, he's just outnumbered. There's me and a male cat and the 1 male dog. The male cat just about got freaking drop kicked across the house today too. Ooh. Just about, because we'd never do that because but he hissed and freaking just took full claw. And I mean, he's a Mancoon, so he's got like his paws like the size of my fucking hand. Fucking, I went after freaking the 4-year-old. Because the one dog pissed him off. And she went up to go, it's okay, and went to pet him, and he just hissed, and freaking like giant ass paw comes out. Like, I think my German Shepherd's paw is smaller than this fucking cat.
God.
Let's put like that one. That one's exaggerating a little bit, but I'd say its paw is at least the size of the blue heeler mix, the Pomsky blue heeler mix. So you're talking like, good size freaking paw. Like, most cats, like, it's maybe the size of your thumb for their paw. This one's like twice the size of that, like a small dog. I don't know. They call my fucking German Shepherd Greyhound mix an extra large dog, and that's insane because he is not extra large.
No, he's not like how Dozer was.
Yeah, so I don't understand how they rate dogs. So, I mean, you've seen my dogs. That the black one that's a blue heeler mix.
Yeah.
Oh, black almost looks like she'd have Rottweiler in her, but doesn't. Her paws they might be smaller than the cat's.
Huh.
Yeah, this cat's fucking massive paws.
Man, it's been a while since we've done anything this long.
I know. Yeah, about the size of this Barbie head is the size of that fucking cat's paw, actually. Like, I'm not joking. Yeah, and especially when he opens it up afterwards. Like, that's a closed paw size. When he opens it up, and he's just fucking... And he's got all his claws, too. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he just about got drop kicked across the house. I went tearing across the house. He didn't get her, so I kind of just scared the Jesus out of him. Then he hissed at me. I was like, look, dude, this ain't going to go well for you. And he was sitting on the linoleum, so I pushed him, and he went flying across the linoleum.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, no, we are not having that little attitude. Not happening here. You are not boss. So, but yeah.
Oh man,
it's one of those. But yeah, no. I think we segued a good full circle. It's been a decent first show. We went 2 hours and 17 minutes in a first show with the first 8 minutes or so being freaking garbage of nothing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was, so, because you came in late, and so we started late, for those of us that are new to us, like everybody by technicality, because this is the first Zac Yak Pac episode, Yak's best, Zach's best, taking, hit that like button, subscribe to the Jaggers Juxtaplooza, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when new videos post. We've got the Facebook page, the Jaggers Juxtaplooza, and you can follow me on Instagram, MPJags. You're gonna get one soon, I hope. Something. Let people follow you a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
So long as it's on a Twitter or a TikTok, I want nothing to do with either of these.
Yeah, things. I don't need any of those dating apps.
Yeah. I think Tinder's safer. I met my wife on POF, so I mean that went well.
You don't tell everybody that, okay?
Oh no, I have no problem telling people that because it's fucking hilarious. Because the first time I was on POF, which was like a year before, almost a year over that, she had seen me and she's like, "What is it? Is it left that like the people you swipe when you don't like somebody?" Oh, there's no left or right? Okay, there's no left or right. There's just to go fuck yourself. She's like, go fuck yourself. I don't know. And then she ends up dating me like a year and a half later, the next time I'm on the thing. So, joke's on her. I had to go through a couple more failed relationships, and her as well, before she looked and gave me the time of day. But before she never even gave me a chance to to talk to her, right? She had seen me and she's like, no, not this guy. First and foremost, I'll tell you, every single one of you, first thing you do, look into their eyes. Look in their eyes. When you think a girl might actually be worth your time, every guy is going to comment. Every guy, oh, you're hot, you're sexy, you're blah, blah, blah. No, that's not how you get a girl. That is the worst advice anybody will ever give you, is tell them, oh, you got big tits. Don't tell a girl that. That's a horrible thing to say. That's not going to get you a date. Or if it does, it's probably not going to be worth it. Or it's a TikTok relationship. What you do is you tell them how you can see their soul in their eyes. It's Zac Yak Pac dating advice. And it works.
Or just take a dog.
No, the dog does not always work. There's too many freaking weirdo women that don't like dogs anymore.
And there's too many weirdo women that really like dogs. So, I mean, that's how our relationship started, was over my dog.
Right. But you dated the neighbor girl. There's a difference.
Yeah. Anyhow. 5
months. So.
Yeah.
That's the end of the dating advice. To each their own. You're equally going to fail and equally going to succeed. So
you called dating app, and I had to go with that. You walked in that segue. I mean, it was your own fault. There's nothing.
We don't have any segues. You wrecked them. That's why you're no longer a mall cop.
Well, I wasn't a mall cop. I couldn't even qualify.
Walmart security.
I was going to say, I couldn't even qualify as a mall cop, dude. All right? Like, that was Walmart security. All right?
You wrecked the Segway. They took the key away from you.
Actually, look, that whole thing was stupid. I fucking quit because they made me retrain, because somebody literally went, well, he accused me of stealing. No, I didn't. The cop can do a sworn statement right now and say, I didn't accuse you of stealing. I said that you were walking around and were going to steal, but you got caught. And so you didn't steal because you did an attempt, because you didn't walk past the last point of freaking sale. So at that point, you have not attempted to steal. I would not accuse you of attempting to steal. I said you were thinking about it. Which at the same time, I did not actually say that to the cop. The cop looked and goes, I said, hey, look, I've been following this dude for a while. He's got these fidget spinners, and he ended up ditching him. But I'm telling you, after it took an hour and I was following him for an hour, like obviously he knew what I was doing, and then he claimed he lost money because he realized he was getting caught. He was picking up makeup, like the clearance makeup, which if that's what he needed, that's his business, not mine. But then he would use it to like hide because he was trying to fake that he was setting down things. As I'm looking, going, you still have these fidget spinners sitting in an envelope. Got asked if I wanted him to leave. Well, I'd already talked to the store manager, and she's like, "Yeah, get him the fuck out of here." Like, once I'm gone. Okay, so when the cop asked if I wanted him to leave, I said, "Yeah." At that point, the guy called and tried waited till shift change with the police and made a report of that I was stalking and harassing him. Turns out I can't legally be charged with stalking when I'm following you in regards to my job. I didn't follow you out of the store. I didn't follow you 2 days in a row. I wasn't harassing you. So I ended up going for retraining and spent another 3 months driving over an hour away to train, hating life. At least I got paid freaking what do they call that? Freaking mileage pay or whatever, or reimbursement. They reimbursed me the mileage, which that broke down to like $400 extra a fucking week. Yeah, it was ridiculous. You can't work overtime, the whole 9 yards. Which you tell me how in loss prevention you can't work overtime. You know how easy it is to accidentally work overtime? Yeah. Yeah. But they didn't let me even qualify for my Batacath care. It was horrible. I just gotten my freaking discount card when I quit. But that it is what it is. But like I said to everybody else, this is the first episode of the Zac Yak Pac. We've managed to kick it out a little longer than normal. We hit some good points and some bad points and some slow points and some fast points. All in all, any normal relationship, you guys have probably fallen asleep on us, but it's okay because we're here for you.
I'm hoping she hasn't yet.
But we're here for you. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Hit the like button. Follow us again. Follow us on the Facebook there. At our home channel, which is the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. And we are the Zac Yak Pac. I am Zach with no extra letters. This is the other Zach with too many damn letters because he's a fucking weirdo. I don't know why you'd want to waste ink.
It is what it is.
You wasted ink your entire life. Unnecessarily. My name is Zach, not Zach, just for all of you to be aware. Okay? It is Zach, not Zach. So there's no K, all right? No K whatsoever. It's not Zach. It's Zach. And it's not Zach. Okay? It's pronounced Zachary, right? Zach Harry, not Zachary. Okay? It's not Zachary. Okay? The other Zach, he's very hairy. I can see this, right? I get my hair cut, so there's definitely no H here. Okay? But,
you all have a lovely evening.
No, I was really trying to see if I could drag this into 2 hours and 30 minutes. I almost had it because we're literally 3 minutes shy. We're 3 minutes shy, and you hadn't even noticed because you're not looking up at the live ticker.
Oh, I'm watching it.
Did you guess what I was doing? I mean, literally, this is not going very far. I have an empty tumbler here.
I have an empty beer as well. So, 5 of them here.
And I'm the one with a drinking problem. Oh wait,
you killed your devil's cut. I still have more beer.
Nobody's ever told me I have a drinking problem. And number 2, the devil's cut that I poured the last out of literally is, and mostly because I just didn't want to finish off all my wife's crown, was literally, been sitting there for like 3 weeks. 4 weeks. It's been about 4 weeks, hasn't it? I don't know. It's however long the decanter gets filled. I don't fill the decanter. My wife fills the decanter.
Nice.
Yeah. So, it's been a couple movie nights ago, which, we haven't heard anything about.
You're trying to hit the 2:30 still.
Oh, yeah. We haven't heard anything about movie night. For those of you who didn't know, we generally do with our kids a movie night. But I think if we can get enough viewers, we could, or for the Patreon thing, we could schedule a day that grandparents get kids, and we could all sit and have a movie night with our Patreon supporters.
There we go.
Yeah. See, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yep.
And I can privatize the video so it never goes to anybody who doesn't pay.
Everybody have a good evening.
You're not going to let this go to 2:30, are you?
Nope.
You're really trying to kill me just a fucking, not even a full minute shot.
Just to go ahead and fuck with you.
Oh, my God. Why would you do that? We tried really hard. And you can't.
Because I'm one of your best frenemies. That's why.
Well, at least he has friends.
We have a can.
I said frenemy, not friend.
No, it doesn't matter. You know exactly what you meant. Because I have a can of pineapple waiting for your ass.
Oh, exactly. That's why I do this to you.
Do you?
At least he has friends.
Do I have the mouse over the leave studio button or not? That is the question.
See that there's a lot of questions. We're slowly closing this out. We're literally almost at the 2:30. Well, even if you do that, I can kill another fucking 30 seconds on my own, which would be some bullshit if I have to. It just really would. But you guys all have a really good night. And,
I'll let you get your 2:30.
I think I'd get that one way or the other. But it's one of those. It is what it is. You guys. We've been here for this full episode. Went a little over for you guys. Hopefully, there's some people still watching. Next time, if we go this far over, it's either going to be a really good conversation, or it's going to be a concept of
And hopefully, it was worth it.
Oh, I'm sure it was for somebody. But you guys have a good night.
Have a good one.